Good evening, Doc Severson here with a Ready Set Crypto Omnia trade of the day for Tuesday, the 17th of November. Man, what a move we have on our hands. We've gone from about 12,000 up to almost 18,000 just in the last month. Now, I could sit here and throw studies at you and say, well, it's gonna stall out at some point here. Certainly we could throw all kinds of studies on here and say, this is in exhaustion and it can't go any further. But we can do the same thing from back here in 2017, and we can see that we did have lots of these exhaustion figures and it just kept on going. So we're not going to focus on that so much. We're going to focus more on the price itself and how the price moves during these runaway moves. So first of all, our true north, we are breaking out of this big monthly consolidation pattern that we've been in since really this started to form at the very early part about 3 years ago as we sprinted up to about 20,000 on BTC. And then this has just been in a horrid consolidation pattern since that point. Now we could be creating this, a huge coupled handle pattern. And that is, you can see the depth of this thing is going from about 3,000 up to 20,000. So that is shooting for an additional 17,000 up from there just on a measured move, but I think it could be much, much greater than that. So again, that's just our true north that we have for this market. If we go out to the weekly chart, what I'd like to look for is how the price was moving. So one of the things that we talked about has been the character of this, that we didn't really see this release from this with capitulation back from this bear market until we started to really, really crush the shorts, right? You could see this as we broke higher and we started to go really, really vertical. Now, keep in mind, we had lots of these little resets along the way. These little resets, I can't overemphasize how important these are, because every time these resets occur, we've got to build up the bearish sentiment one more time. We've got to get people convinced that the price is going to plummet down to 3,000 again. And for all of you that hate the bears are one of the reasons why we have these rallies to begin with, because when they get it wrong, they've got to buy back their positions to cover. So notice how the price is just getting going right now, and we haven't had any of these corrective moves. Now we will, and they're going to be several weeks long when they do kick into play, and they're going to be negative, and they're going to make you feel as if the price has no business going higher from here. Every time that they hit, it's going to be accompanied by bad news, and it's going to seem like the end of the world every single time. And that's going to be your opportunity. Now, whether or not you're going to do anything about it depends on your experience. If this is your first time through one of these, then you are more than likely going to be one of the people selling out down here instead of the people accumulating at this point. So the big opportunity will come up at some point. It'll seem like it's the end of days when the price pulls back. It's going to pull back further than you would expect, but it's going to be very spiky, very quick. The opportunity is going to be fleeting. We can either sell puts down there to get paid for the pullback, or we can just sit there with limit orders. And, more than likely, levels like this are going to come into play. Now, we're going to see where this one finally wears out. And market tops like this are, in my experience, the very most difficult things to quantify, because you really can't quantify them. It's all human emotion. It's all this fear of missing out. It's all this fear of loss from the bears. It's people that have been waiting 3 years for something like this, and all of a sudden are sitting on the sidelines watching this whole thing go by without them and are panicking right now. But I'm here to tell you that you will get another shot. It will not be gift wrapped, though. The opportunity will not seem like it is a good one, though, because what I found is the best opportunities, the best entries always feel absolutely terrible. Going long around this area back here in September didn't feel like an especially good place to go, but there it was. And that's the opportunity. Like I say, it's never gift wrap. Now, as we look at some of the other charts that are out there, like Ethereum is looking really good as well too. And this is just getting going. And my thought is that we're going to have a little bit of a tag team. So as Bitcoin finally starts to run out of steam, we're going to see rotation to other assets too. If we go down to the bottom of the top 20, we can see some of these are just, kicking around down in the gutter and may eventually catch some attention. Now, be careful. Don't go for the altcoins yet, because if you look at altcoins, all of them are just getting wrecked right now because the denominator is typically trading versus BTC. So with BTC going straight up, this is going to be a very bad choice just to go outright into altcoins. Now, when BTC does pause and does start to distribute, that'll be the time to do it. It'll be a very short window of opportunity, I believe, but there it is. So right now, you're better off going after the top 10. And this is consistent with what I've been saying for a while. Even Ripple today is getting it on. Look at it go. I mean, building a great big cup. No handle yet, but a big basing cup formation, very deep. And that looks good right now. Notice the volume as well, too. This is very important that the volume is starting to increase as people start to chase after this. So this is something we've been waiting for the past 3 years. It's here. Make yourself a plan. Understand what to get long in. And then make a plan for that. And don't let emotions rule your trading. Even though that's human nature, that's our default mode. That's it for today's Trade of the Day. Thanks for listening. See you tomorrow.